Bible speaks of to know thyself, you will know God. If you know yourself, you will know God. You know what I mean? You could, it's many ways you could take that, but you could, I don't know. To me, I think that means have real strong faith. Because God is a spirit. He is unseen. Like, he is unseen. He's a spirit. So, when ancient cultures, before the Bible came around, a lot of ancient cultures, they knew this knowledge. They knew about illumination. They knew about your body being filled with light. They knew that. Like, they didn't have a Bible to read from. They just knew it. Like sort of like Avatar, the movie Avatar. Like, they knew God was everywhere, and they knew by believing in that and knowing themselves that they could tap into the essence of God. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of ancient cultures in the Bible speak of light. Like when you become enlightened spiritually, like you will literally have lights. You'll be filled with light. Like that's a literal thing. You could take it literal because it is literal, or it could be metaphoric aspects to it too. But you will emit light. You will have light coming from you. You know what I mean? And you'll vibrate. Like you have vibrations coming from you. That's what the word of God is. God is on a molecular level. Light creates. Vibrations create. That's what God is. You know what I mean? When you get the knowledge of that, you become illuminated, you will be one with God. That's what Christ spoke. That's what Yeshua spoke of. That's what he was speaking of. You know what I mean? You will become, you know what I mean? That's like, I got to take it back to Avatar, because Avatar knew, what's the, Awa? Like, that was their God. Like, they knew their planet was alive. Like, they knew it. Like, that was basically God. Like, the animals, was under Awa, the plants, the fish, all of that. You know what I mean? Like, if you think about it, like if you think about the bad guys in Avatar that came and they didn't respect their culture. Like they thought like the tree of knowledge and all of that, like they thought that was nonsense. Like they didn't really care because they couldn't see it. They weren't able to. First of all, they couldn't connect to it anyway. It's like, you see how, like, Avatar, like, they would use their braids, like their ponytails, and they would attach to the tree, and they could hear their ancestors, like, and they could hear Awa. Like, when you in tune with yourself, and you have real faith, you can tap into the essence of God. Like, that's how that works. You know what I mean? That's how that works. Some people, the world is full of distractions right now. There's so many distractions out here. That's why it's hard for people to tap in and know themselves, because all this pleasures of the flesh and all these sinful things out here. Everybody on their phone, everybody out here being busybodies, just living in it. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't take time to ourselves and examine yourself. Examine yourself on the emotional level. Examine your faith. You know what I mean? Know yourself. Like it's kind of hard to explain, because everybody's path would be different. Everybody's path to enlightenment would be different. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's about confidence, unseen unshakable faith, and knowing yourself. You know what I mean? Like, that's why the essence of God is out here. We can tap into it. Everybody, that's what the pineal gland is for. Our pineal glands are naturally turned off, but when you can activate it and you will shine with light, you will literally become illuminated. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll be one. Like, you could